Okay, here we are back again with more Dragon Age Inquisition. And we're still at the party. And I gotta go to the Royal Wing. The Royal Wing's right here, so I guess this guy is probably not going to see me sneaking into the Royal Wing. I hope. So let's do it. Alright, and once again, I think I have to get my, Is everybody else all set? I think so. I think everybody else is pretty much set. So...
There must be something here.
Indeed. Alright.
Are we going to sneak around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just how drunk are you, boss?
Hey, I have not had any champagne tonight, okay? I've had 0 champagne tonight. Well, first I'm gonna grab this Hala statue. What else have we got? Loot. Loot. This is where I came from, okay. I don't know. I don't remember my way around here necessarily.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Okay. Somebody's in there. Stay back! What is this? Excuse you. Are we threatening servants now? I mean, yeah, we are. A lot of them have died already. Okay, I just kicked that guy out the window. That's good.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry to cut in.
I hope you're not disappointed I stole your dance partner.
No, not at all. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Okay, Briala sent you here?
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace.
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
This is Florian's room?
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florian?
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
Okay, could anyone else send orders other than Briala?
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
Okay, what were you looking for?
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
How did you get in?
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
Okay.
It takes great courage to come to the royal wing unarmed.
It's not courage to blindly follow Briala's orders into a trap. I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Can you testify to that?
Would you be willing to testify to that, if I asked?
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Okay.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Okay. So that worked.
What happened here?
Good question. Okay, already been in there. That's where I came from. I need another hollow statuette. Oops, I did not need to do that.
You painted Orlesian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Okay. Oh, that's a hollow statue. What else have I got here? Another Caprice coin. Okay. There's a supply cache in here, but I don't need a supply cache at the moment. There's the final hollow statue. And I'd like to use it to... I think this is the right one that I want. I hope. Better be. Indeed it is. Good. Right.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like.
Oh?
Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can guess your hopes. Yeah.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
Clever Celine. Even I'm impressed.
Right.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic or him for falling for it.
I am so I'm always so tempted to just leave him here. But no, I'm going to ask you to testify.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Yeah. Like I said, I would totally leave him there just
that
for
was Orlesian.
Wasn't it though? So Orlesian. But yeah, it's like just like for the hell of it, I'm always super tempted to just leave him there, but yeah, he's far more useful to me potentially testifying, so. Okay. This is it, and then, so I think the only thing to do here is to go through the store.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
Here for another dance?
I fear I'm a bit busy at the moment, if you were looking for a dance partner.
Yes, I see that. Such a pity you did not save one final dance for me. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Why do you help Corypheus?
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
So basically, you're ambitious and you want to one-up your brother enough that you're willing to just destroy the entire world. That's cool. What do you get out of this?
What exactly is in this for you?
The world, of course. I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus will save me. When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
Is that what he wants?
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him.
Okay.
We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
Yeah, well, he's used to defeat by now, so.
At this point, I'd think disappointment was an old friend.
You poor deluded thing. You don't know half of what Samson and I have planned. And now I suppose you never will. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill her. Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Fun. Love that little dodge there. It's good, it's good.
Make a take!
Alright. Probably. Let's see here. Probably can't grab more than one of these, so I'll just do this one and I'll see if Vivian can grab that one, and that should be fine. get these despair demons down. Okay, cool.
And trust his tits. What was all that? Were those
Well,
demons?
yeah, basically.
There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Those were in fact demons.
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Maker bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
You think Gaspard did this to you?
Duke Gaspard lured you out here.
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
You sound Ferelden.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Stinking punsy cheesemongers.
Well, you can work for me instead.
Want a new job? One that pays better. The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Good man. That got me a new, this is the balcony, okay. Loot. Locked from the other side. Oh, jeez. Oh, hi. Venatori. Might as well, right? That'll take care of him. Requiem. After his coronation in 884 Blessed, Emperor Florian commissioned the building of a chapel in the Palace of Halam-Sharal as his first act, to honor his infant daughter Evangeline, who died in the 100 Days Cough outbreak of 877 Blessed. The chapel contains exquisite murals Empress Justinia herself painted of the life and death of Andraste. Okay. It is a very nice mural. Oh, hello. What's... What's this? More theater. What's this from? From Death in the Mansion by Violette Armand. Incredibly, this enjoyable if somewhat predictable melodrama begat a storm of debate. At the end of the piece, the murderer of Lord Carcasse changes into a villain's mask before giving an elaborate confessional speech. At the time, masks in Orlesian theater were fixed to each role. Plays were written with the assumption that the masks gave audiences vital information a play's characters might not possess. Death in the Mansion ignored this implicit contract, shocking the audiences at the time. Armand was nearly destroyed by the attacks on Death in the Mansion by both her theatergoers and Orlesian critics. Many accused her of an unforgivable violation of the spirit of the theater. A vogue for false face stories caught on among the foremost writers of the time, however, and today Armand's techniques are seen as wholly unremarkable. It only goes to show how easily the alchemy of time shifts the outrageous into the everyday. That's fair enough. Yeah, I don't have any more statuettes, so unfortunately these rooms are gonna remain locked to me because I simply do not have any more hollow statuettes. Let's see, I think I already went this way. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna head this way. Alright. Let's just head this way, I guess. Oh, it's back to the Grand Ballroom. Okay. I see. I see. I guess it's time.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Right. Yeah, so this is my option here. Basically, I can save the Empress, or I can let the Empress die. If I save the Empress, I can let the Empress die, in which case Gaspard will take her place, and I can potentially have Briala be sort of a power behind the throne. Or I can save the Empress, and basically... the only difference between I'll talk with Florian and detain the Duchess is that talking with Florian avoids a boss fight, basically. So basically, avoiding further bloodshed means I'm gonna not we're gonna not do the boss fight. If it detained the Duchess, we're gonna do the boss fight. I often avoid the boss fight entirely, sometimes for RP purpose, most like for role-playing purposes, depending on the character I'm playing. I think for purposes of this playthrough, I'm going to go ahead and do the boss fight, though, just because there's some extra funny things you get if you actually do the boss fight later on, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll do... basically, I rarely let the Empress die, to be perfectly honest. There's only certain situations where I think it's sort of in character for my Inquisitors to allow the Empress to die. This particular Inquisitor does not have any incentive to let the Empress die needlessly, basically. The only Inquisitor that I really feel like has a pretty good incentive to want to let the Empress die would be potentially a Dalish elf Inquisitor who is super sympathetic to Briala's cause. And really wants to see Briala sort of be the power behind the throne. There's a number of different outcomes you can get with this whole scenario. It's hard to explain all of the potential ones. But really, I mean, when it comes right down to it, my Inquisitor, this particular Inquisitor right now, she sees two options: let Celine die needlessly and put Gaspard on the throne, or save Celine's life and just sort of, try to broker a peace between the current rulers. And I don't see her as being someone who would want to let Celine die. There's obviously a lot more complicated things going on in the background in terms of the power shuffles that are happening, and it's possible to be very much more sympathetic to Briala if you've read Masked Empire. But this Inquisitor doesn't know a lot of that backstory. She's not familiar with it. And I also don't know that she's particularly invested in sort of helping the Dalish and sort of helping the elves of Orlais gain more freedom or whatever. Like, it's not that she's unsympathetic to them. I just think she feels like she has bigger fish to fry. She has a whole world to save, and she can only do so much. And basically letting the Empress die and putting Gaspard on the throne, from her perspective at least, is a kind of a big gamble, especially given all of his other qualities that she knows of. So I think right now, her opinion is going to be, let's save the Empress.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down! Now! For Corypheus, kill them all! Cullen, protect the people!
Yes, Inquisitor.
Alright. So she just killed a bunch of my guys. Time to take care of this problem.
Beaten at every turn. You stole the moment of my triumph, just as you stole the demon army from Merimond. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
Defenseless? You?
You were about to murder the Empress. We both know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
Right, okay.
Come back, Lord! Point Gloria! Hurry!
Ah.
Your party is fighting! Watch out! He's up this... Point Florian! Hurry! Watch out! He's up to something! Where's the
Alright, let's get this Harlequin, I guess. Alright.
Eyes open! She could be anywhere!
Yeah, she's over there. It's fine.
If you didn't want another dance, Florian, you could have just said so!
I like all the taunts. That's good. She's almost down, though. Should be fine. We done? Mm-hmm. Cool. So that was not difficult. Like, seriously, I'm playing on goddamn hard mode, and I'm not having much trouble. Maybe I should turn it to insane. No, I'm alright. I'm gonna leave it at this because I don't want it to be too crazy of a challenge. But anyway, so that's Florian taken care of. Good job, guys. Managed it alright. Let's just head back to the ballroom. We do still have a civil war to end.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent. and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Right, so... So yeah, this is some more options. I kind of like just going with all of you are at fault. It's... Basically, if I want to... Basically, I can choose to argue all three of them into a truce. I don't think it's the optimal solution, necessarily, in terms of, like, the future, the sort of the future outlook for Orlais. I don't think it's necessarily the optimal solution. But I feel like it's probably the most in-character solution for this Inquisitor. That, you know, yeah, they're all at fault, and I also just I always just enjoyed kind of yelling people into submission, so we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
That's a bold claim, Inquisitor. Are you prepared to defend it?
Well, let's see. You Lord Gaspard here.
You allowed the Grand Duke to sneak soldiers in, hoping he'd make a politically foolish move.
That's duplicitous, even for you, Celine.
And you fell for it.
You took the bait. I met your mercenary captain, Your Grace. He says you were ready to attack tonight.
Clever move. If you were trying to get hanged for treason.
And Briala was playing both of you. She murdered your ambassadors and sent you each forged letters.
Even if I did, you can't touch me.
No one will defend you once it's revealed that you and Celine were lovers when she burned Halam Shiral's alienage.
You've made your point. What do you want?
Well, yeah, you've been outplayed.
If you don't want your dirty secrets revealed, you'll all do as I say and work together.
You realize this can only end in disaster.
Pretty much, yeah, basically, but...
I cannot believe you want to make a speech. This is foolish.
We have no choice. The nobility requires an answer for what happened.
Unless you want to pretend the war was all a dream. That would go over well. No more dithering. We make the cut swift and clean. Kindest to all of us.
Lords and ladies of the court, we are pleased to announce that an accord has been reached. Our cousin Gaspard will now hold a place of honor in our cabinet.
Friends, we assembled are the leaders of the Empire. We must set the example for all Thedas. We cannot be at war with each other, while the Fade itself challenges our borders.
We must stand united, or surely we will fall alone.
We can save our world.
We will save Thedas from calamity, but only together may we accomplish this.
We will heal our wounded country. A long road of reconstruction lies before us. But tonight, we celebrate the arrival of peace. Let the festivities commence!
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
They ran out of punch.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
You want to join us?
I had no idea you were interested in joining the
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
Okay, and what can you do for me?
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
Are you saying you're a blood mage?
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Okay. I mean, Nadia doesn't necessarily have any particular reason to trust Morrigan. And Liliana, in fact, said she probably shouldn't trust her. But she also doesn't have any particular reason to mistrust Morrigan either, aside from Liliana's word, which, I mean, she can give or take that, but she prefers to sort of decide that on her own choice. You know, obviously, if this was the warden she was talking to, that Morrigan was talking to, she would, you know, embrace her and welcome her as a good friend, but Nadia does not know Morrigan the way that the warden does. So, but she's going to be polite and civil the way she is with everybody she invites, she brings into the Inquisition, and she's not going to turn down more help. She has no reason to turn down more help now. So yeah, welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response.
She's a very gracious Inquisitor.
At Skyhold.
There you are. Everyone's been looking for you.
Yeah, well.
Things have calmed down for the moment. Are you all right?
The poor Duchess. Why the poor Duchess? No? Yeah, I mean, more trouble's coming.
This isn't over yet. Corypheus will strike back at us for this loss.
I'll put our troops on alert. When he strikes, we'll be ready. I know it's foolish, but I was worried for you tonight.
Oh, Cullen. You're cute.
I may never have another chance like this, so I must ask. May I have this dance, my lady?
Cripes. What I love about this moment is that you can totally say no, and he's fine with it, and it's fine, and you just kind of hug and stand in the balcony, and it's fine. But I mean, why would you say no? So yes, of course.
Of course. I thought you didn't dance.
For you, I'll try.
What a good guy. Good man, Cullen. Good man. I don't know what he means about not dancing. He seems fine. So I think it took us like 5 whole episodes to get through Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. And I think I'm sure, I know I missed some things. There's definitely some things that I didn't do this time around. There's a lot going on with Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. It's a pretty good and interesting section of the game, that's for sure. It's very different, which is kind of what I like. I like it when BioWare does something, tries to do something a little different. Even if it doesn't entirely work, I would always rather them give it a shot.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Make us mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
How can I help you?
How may I assist you, revered mother?
With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you need them?
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
You think very highly of them.
You must think very well of them to suggest such a thing.
Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long would they be gone?
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Well, I mean, I'd have to let them decide. That would be their decision.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother.
So much important business. I'm so important. I'm like the most important.
Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Okay. Great. That's awesome. Hey, look at that. We did a bunch of stuff. It's great. So yeah. Mary didn't look like she has a quest for me. Yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. Obviously, we finished, and next time I can talk. I'm gonna talk to everybody. Like, obviously, I have to talk to everybody, do war table stuff, paperwork. Like, I'm sure all the paperwork is just piled up, stacks and stacks of it, while she was in Orlais, because that's just what happens when you leave for like a week. Trust me, I know how that works. And just like talking to everybody, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Next episode is gonna be great. So we kind of fixed things for the moment anyway. We'll see how it goes as we continue on. And we have a new advisor even, so it's going to be really interesting to see how Morrigan fits in with this. As always, if you like what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Later.